Alright, it's another update video because yet again I've been doing so much wiring and so much stuff where you can't see it that it was made no sense to, be doing time-lapse videos. So we're gonna go over what we've done. We've installed our rocker molding. We've installed new key mechanisms on the door, so now I have keys that work on my doors. New door strikers. We've got door sills, and I 3D printed some wire covers. I've painted and installed kick panels. I've painted the A-pillar. I have installed my door panels, and we've got electric switches for our windows now on both sides. My windshield is installed. My molding is installed. I've also got the molding on the hood installed. We got our new hoses installed for the windshield wipers. I've installed a new thermostat housing. I'm not sure if I did this, but wired in the halos. I now have orange halo running lights. I've got my custom emblem installed. We've been doing all sorts of stuff to this car. We got the heater box installed. So the heater box itself is installed. We also got the cowl connector for that. We shored up our radio situation. We got the shifter bezel installed the shifter lever, zip tied everything up so we don't have wires hanging out everywhere. Redid our wiring for the tack because it kept on being a little loose, so we got it bolted down. Did a new signal wire for our oil pressure gauge because we're not sure about my oil pressure on this car. It's getting a little funky sometimes. So we painted and installed the rear back seat, so that's installed now. I went ahead and painted and installed the rear panels to the trunk lid. We've got LED bulbs in the tail lights as well, so everything's working there. We've got new bulb connectors. I got these off of eBay and then rewired them in, so those are in there now, so we don't have any wiring problems with those. So I've been doing all sorts of stuff on this car. We did brake work, so it's going to be hard to see, but you can kind of see there's brand new rear drums with all new hardware kit installed. We went ahead and bled the whole system. I got a bunch of extra parts, so I got a different front valence and we installed that, and then added the lip spoiler as well. So that is on there. So we've been working through everything. I don't remember if I did it in the last video, but we've got a subwoofer, so I ran all the wires and we put a sub behind the rear seat, and our amp is mounted back there as well. We've got brand new rear shocks. I've got the air lift, the air grabber or whatever they are, air jacker. So I've got 100 psi in there and got the rear end lifted up. Like I said, got our amp back there in our little sub box. So we've been going at it all week long, getting all these things done. It's just been one thing after another, trying to make sure we get this car. I've drove it for over an hour. We've got the heater fan box control hooked up and wired into the heater box as well, and that's working. I had to add a new switch for my windshield wipers because when using this, it shorts out the car for some reason, and I just don't have time to be chasing those wires down. So this works for our windshield washer, and then this is basically turns on the high of the windshield wipers. So that's my temporary fix there. I've got some other stuff on the way. As you can see, a microphone for the stereo system. It's a new stereo system as well. We kind of shored up our carpet and all the seats, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the last video. So we're getting things sorted out. Little suction cup rear view mirror. Don't know if I mentioned the our seat belts here. We got the 3-way seat belts. So a lot of stuff, like I said, has been getting done to this car. And I'm trying to think what else we did, because we've been going at it, testing all the systems out. The biggest deal obviously was the windshield itself. Man, I am so happy. I got the AMD clear windshield. When I'm driving, I can see really good. It really helps out a lot. I'm so excited about that, guys. But we still got more to do. I washed the car yesterday and it's just still dingy, so I'm gonna have to really soak it to get some of the crud off. There's just always something with these cars. But I've ordered some new shocks for the front. It seems really stiff on this side, so I kind of figure we need to get some new shocks on the front, especially with the Power Tour coming up. We went ahead and cleaned up some of our wiring as well. There's wiring everywhere. So one of the things I did was get it in some loom and kind of zip tie it down a little bit. You know, trying to get things sorted out. We got our 100 amp alternator in there as well. So tons of wires everywhere. Everything is getting to where it's drivable. Yet again, door sill and that. We also replaced our side marker lens. So on the driver's side fender, that side marker lens looked great, but on the inside it was completely broken and you wouldn't hold our bulb in here. So, and we even did new wiring for our bulbs and bulb sockets. Those have been done. I need to zip tie those up a little bit better. Obviously it's got way too much hanging down. And I'm pretty sure I did more stuff. It's just been so much work. It's been so exhausting, but the car looks great. It drives really well. The only thing I've got right now going on is about 64 to 70 miles per hour. The car shakes, and it's not horrible, but it's not good either. It's not like just a little shimmy shake. It shakes pretty aggressively. So thinking maybe the drive shaft might be out of balance, or these wheels might be out of balance. So I got to figure that out. I might just swap my wheels off the Mustang and kind of just give it a ride to see if that makes a difference. That way we don't waste our time getting those, you know, kind of balanced out for no reason. So why spend money if we don't have to, you know? But yeah, that's it. Like I said, the wiring is all sorted out for the most part. All our blinkers work, all our lights work, all our halos work. So just got more stuff to continue doing, to continue to figure out. I got a new radiator hose on the way. You know, this one's been on there a while. Like I said, I replaced that. And I mean, look at this thing. Look at how nasty. One, I don't believe this is the proper type of thermostat to go in a 351 Cleveland. So I've got a 180 degree thermostat I put in, but oh, look at how nasty that housing is. It was a pain to get off. I actually had to take the housing off to get the hose off because it was just so embedded in there, and I had to really snake a flathead screwdriver in there just to get that going. Then of course we refilled our fluid and kind of flushed it out a little bit. But we're getting there. We are getting there. And I basically have drove this thing about 75 miles, about 2 hours worth of driving. So slowly but surely.